Hi, this is Andy Scott with North Shore Apartments and Condos. I'm walking into 825 Main, number 303. This is a super nice studio. And when we walk in, we see the living area, which is a big living area. It's probably 13 or 14 feet long. We have some shelves on the right wall. You see the sconces, which really, it's a bright apartment. I'm not sure why they're on. Beautiful floors, absolutely stunning floors. And you see the air conditioner and the radiator at the far wall. The windows are facing south. As we walk in, just to the left, we have a nice coat closet. It's got two shelves, a hanging bar, and it is deeper than it is wide. So it's probably about 32 inches deep and just under 2 feet across or 2 feet across. Nice big closet though. Let's see, let's walk in and see the view. So we look out the window, we're looking out on Main Street. Again, even though Main Street has some traffic, not a lot, it is deadly quiet in here. In fact, you can hear my voice echo. And if I follow the trim right around, you see a very nice but smaller kitchen. There's the front door to the right where we came in, and the first closet that we've already seen. And then we have a big closet behind the doors with mirrors on them. Before we check out the closet, let's check out the kitchen. Kitchen is very nice. You see the stainless steel sink. We have a smaller but nice fridge. Certainly big enough for one person. Freezer on top. The fridge underneath. Very cool. Again, we have the stainless steel sink. And all the apartments have great water pressure here. This has got a spray attachment. There's a hose so you can more easily clean your dishes. Drains nicely. Underneath, nice and dry and can be used as storage, so that's really nice. Above, you have a couple of these bigger cabinets, 2 feet high, standard maple cabinet, 2 feet high, 3 shelves. These are about 12 inches deep, which is nice. Next to it is another cabinet, the same size. There's also a little light right over the kitchen area, which is really nice. And next to that, we have one more, just in case you have some extra stuff that you need stored. So really good cabinet space on top. Next to the sink, there's the sink. We have a couple of outlets. We have a little bit of counter space. Under the counter space, we have a drawer. Oopsie daisy. And a deep cabinet, which is very good for storing pots and pans or things like Keurigs or blenders. So that's really nice. A little bit of counter space here, right? I think this is probably for the air conditioner, the new air conditioner. So small, but you could put, again, smaller appliances. You could put a microwave on top of the fridge. So very workable. Nice clean stove. Again, it's a little bit smaller, but super clean. Inside is also super clean, ready to use. So I'm going to step back and just give you a look at the total kitchen area, where you actually have good storage, clean appliances, nice stainless steel sink, very workable kitchen. And as I turn around, I'll give you one more look at the living area, which is very big, very bright. And then we'll go in to this huge walk-in closet. And it really is huge. There's an outlet in here, so you could use it for a number of different things. You've got shelves and a hanging bar, but really the best way to see it is to go into the bath and take a look at it longitudinally. Beautiful floors again. It's probably 9 or 10 feet long by 4 to 5 feet across. So it's Too small to be a room, but you could get a twin bed in here easily. There you see the length of the shelves and the hanging bar and an outlet, so if you wanted to make it an office, you could. If I turn around from the closet, we get our first look at the bath. We have standard vintage tiles, a standard vintage commode, pedestal sink, nice medicine cabinet, light fixture above the mirror on the medicine cabinet. Shower head is probably about 6'2", so it's a little bit lower than some of them. Does have its own radiator. Again, you have a newer window that opens to help keep the bathroom dry, and you're facing south. You see it's a pretty view. Nice shower head, beautiful clean tub. This was just re-enameled, so very nice. We'll turn on the hot water, and with this particular unit, you've got to give it a couple of cranks to get it all the way on. But when you do, you can see it has very good water pressure. And we'll turn on the shower and see how that works. Wow. And that comes just exploding out. So that works super well. And that was just the hot water. It is just the hot water. So we crank that off. There we go. And we see everything drains out smoothly. So the soap dish, all of it is super clean. And it's very bright too. That's the nice thing about facing south. So there is a view of the bath. Very clean tub, pedestal sink, standard vintage commode and tiles. If I walk into the bathroom and turn around, we have the huge walk-in closet. Practically a second room. We'll come out of the closet. I'm just going to close the door so you can better see the area. We'll head toward the front door, take a last look at the kitchen, the light sconces, the shelving, the air conditioning. All utilities are included in the rent, so that includes electricity, so it's like your air conditioning is free. We'll turn around, and we're back at the front door. Thank you for watching.